Hi, this is Brett from PBC Productions, and you're watching Chad's Beer Reviews, where if you're not drunk, you're not having enough good time.
Whether it's a lager or an ale, whether it's a stout, light, dark, or pale, if you can brew it, Chad can review it. It's time for Chad's Beer Reviews. He's not quite an amateur, not quite a connoisseur, but regardless of the brewer, he's got taste in beer for sure. You can tell just by his gut, this guy is a bona fide beer nut. So whether it's a porter or an IPA, whether it's from Europe or the USA, if you can brew it, Chad can review it. It's time for Chad's Beer Reviews.
Hey, welcome to an episode of Chad's Beer Reviews. Got kind of a new background today. This is my comic book collection. Moved it from underneath the bed to this side of the room, and there's a whole separate video showing about that, so check that out. But we're not talking about comics today, we're talking about beer. And this is another beer from Mike W. out in Pennsylvania. This is Never Summer Ale by, I believe it's the Boulder Beer Company out of Boulder, Colorado. It's a winter warmer. I think it's about 6% ABV. I saw that on Rate Beer and Beer Advocate. It doesn't say on the bottle itself. Now, there is a little caveat here. The expiration date was February 10th, and that was a week ago. So, we'll see how good it's held up. You know, if you know me, you know I kind of get hung up on expiration dates and things like that. The description says, "Welcome to Never Summer Ale, our version of an aggressive winter seasonal, and the third release in our Looking Glass series of specialty beers. Deep ruby red, assertively hopped, and brewed with dark caramel malt, Never Summer Ale makes even the coldest Colorado peaks seem warm. Thanks for picking up our winter favorite. We invite you to discover all of our award-winning beers at boulderbeer.com. Yeah. So, I'm just going to get straight to pouring here. I like the cap on there. It says like 30th anniversary. I don't know if you can see it or not. So I'm going to use the quarter to try to save this one. I bent it a little. Alright. Let's just get to the pouring and the drinking. Well, it's a typical winter warmer appearance. It's, like it said, it's a dark, you know, kind of a ruby red. It's clear. No bubbles in there. Got a pretty decent head on there, you know, nice 2 fingers. It's, you know, kind of beige, yellowy. It does smell a little sour, have to admit that. I can kind of dig like some hops underneath there. Like it's like a really mild, like really weak IPA kind of scent. I'm wondering if this is going to be closer to like the Southern Tier Old Man, because that was a very hoppy winter beer. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be spicy or what, but anyways, let's dig in here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, like I said, it is similar to the Southern Tier Old Man. It's kind of like it's just basically like an amber ale. Lots of hops up front, and there's like a dry bitterness on the back end, and I do get a little bit of a sourness in the palate. You know, like so I guess this beer is kind of showing its age, but it's still definitely drinkable. It's pretty decent mouthfeel. You know, nice medium body. Pretty lively in the mouth, you know, it's not watery or like dull or anything like that. You know, it's a beer that, you know, makes itself known. I like the hoppiness in there. And like I said, it's similar to like an amber ale. A bit of a dry finish and a dry aftertaste. It's kind of, you know, a little powdery almost. The hops linger for a little bit. It's not bad. It's pretty tasty. I'm going to take a little break and sip on this, and we'll come back with my final thoughts. Oh hey, what's up? Just finishing up with the Never Summer Ale. Yeah, I like this beer. It's not, you know, knocking my socks off or anything, but, you know, it's a really good beer. It's, you know, like I said, it's reminiscent of like a pretty typical amber ale. But there is like a noticeable spice component in there, and I can't really put my finger on it. I think it's like like a cinnamon or a ginger, maybe nutmeg, maybe a combination. You know, something that you get in a pumpkin beer. It's very, you know, like subtle and mild now. I have a feeling that in a fresher bottle or on tap, it'd be a lot more livelier. I also noticed that the more I drank, that sourness that was in the nose, that was in the first 2 sips, went away completely. So this is like drinking like a fresh beer right here. As Jay would do. Yeah, check out that lacing on the glass. That's pretty impressive. So, Boulder Brewing Company, or it's at Boulder Beer Company. Never Summer Ale. I like it. I'm gonna give this a 7. I think it's a solid performer. You know, pretty tasty. I don't really see a whole lot of flaws with it, but it's just, you know, not such a great beer that it's like, oh my god, I gotta have this all the time. Never Summer Ale, 7 out of 10. It's a good beer. Check it out. And thanks to Mike for the beer. And I guess that about does it, so I'll see you next time. Bye.
Somebody brewed it, Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Reviews. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.